Today, it looks like a great day for the beach if you can handle the hot weather here in Southwest Florida.
It is going to be a steamy one because unfortunately our rain coverage just isn't going to be very widespread today. So without any rain to cool you off in the afternoon, we're all going to sweat a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to be doing something outdoors in the backyard or with the family here as we get ready to have some fun here on our Friday afternoon. Like Kyla mentioned, it's a beautiful view right now from the top of the Diamond Head Resort on Fort Myers Beach. You're looking more of like in the northerly direction here, so it's an awfully nice view. But again, it comes at a price because it is so sticky outside. Heat index numbers, like we talked about during the top of the newscast, are already charging into the low and mid 90s. You'll notice though on real-time red, first alert live Doppler radar, there's nothing for us to watch rain-wise across Lee County, and the only showers or storms we can find across the Collier County are sitting just to the south of Marco Island. And again, this shower is not moving very fast, but with light winds mainly from the west and southwest, it's being encouraged to move in this direction, primarily toward the north and the northeast. So most of it appears is going to stay just to the east of Marco Island. Outside of that, not a whole lot of rain for us to watch right now. And again, through the rest of the afternoon, rain coverage will be a little more isolated as compared to the past couple of days. Now, because our winds are light, but primarily from the west, you'll notice that what showers and downpours do develop today, well, they're going to be encouraged to sail more toward our inland communities. So if you live to the east of Interstate 75, you'll have the best opportunity of one of these slow-moving showers or downpours here as the second half of the day rolls on and we get closer toward our Friday night. The heat index, though, like I mentioned, you're going to notice at the moment you step outside, as all right now, our feel-like temperatures are in the low to mid-90s. They'll be in the upper 90s, if not 100, once we get toward the heat of the day through 3 and 4 o'clock. And we're really not looking for any kind of relief until well after sunset, because as you'll notice here by 10 o'clock tonight, at least at that point in time, the feel-like temperatures start to drop back into the upper 70s and low 80s. And because it is going to be so hot today, if you're looking for something cool to do tonight, there's a big concert happening in Estero. Raul Alejandro is an up-and-coming reggaeton artist. He's got a big concert at Hertz Arena tonight. If you're going to the show, both coming and going, the weather should be fine, but of course it will be warm. So have some fun and don't worry about the weather because things should be just fine here for you tonight. If your eyes are more set toward the weekend, here's the deal. It's going to be hot. High temperatures are forecast to pop back into the middle 90s, so a little warmer on Saturday and Sunday as compared to the weather we've had here over the course of the past couple of days. Reason why is rain coverage just doesn't appear to be a giant deal here for us, at least for the first half of the weekend. Notice with Futurecast on Saturday, really not very much in the way of rain through the first half of the day. And what showers or thunderstorms we see on Saturday afternoon, mainly isolated coverage here, but primarily for our inland spots along and to the east of I-75. So if you see some rain tomorrow, I just kind of consider yourself lucky because overall the coverage of rain we see around here on Saturday does trend more on the isolated range of the spectrum. One of the reasons why is because the real deep tropical air that we had that was shaded in with these brighter colors of red and orange, well, that's moving away from us. So what's happening is some comparatively drier air is moving towards South Florida. That just kind of turns back the coverage of rain to being more isolated as opposed to widespread or scattered. All right, so the 7-day forecast again has those awfully warm temperatures in the mid-90s. 94 for Saturday, 94 for Sunday, and then up to 93 on Monday. If you're not into reggaeton, but you want to do something fun tonight, there's a meteor shower happening later on. I'll show you where you should look and when coming up when I talk to you at 11:45. All right, I'll see you then. Now, the center of circulation is less than 100 miles right now to the southwest of Marco Island, so right about there. And the core of the strongest winds, where you hear about these sustained winds of 60-plus miles an hour, gusts up to 70, those are moving with that storm track right toward the north and northwest. That's moving about 10 miles an hour. But out ahead, and especially to the east of that center of circulation, you can see how widespread the rain is right now. Now, this band right here is what Jason mentioned just a moment ago. This is the band that's been making a bit of noise here, at least earlier when it was over the Gulf of Mexico, was showing some subtle signs of rotation inside some of these individual cells. Now, the movement is relatively fast, as you'll notice with the lapse of the live radar over the past 60 minutes. The whole band is advancing toward the north, so it is pushing toward areas like Marco Island. Right this moment, as we take a look at the rotation detection, we're not seeing any significant signs of rotation, because when you see signs of rotation, that would indicate a funnel cloud or tornado, like was possible earlier this morning in Hendry County when the tornado warning went up for Hendry County. In that case, there would have been areas of bright green and bright red. Right now, because everything is the same color, it's showing you just a strong straight line winds perhaps is the prime concern right now for these areas south of Marco Island. The individual cells, like I mentioned, well, they're all being encouraged to move more toward the northwest, but the whole band as an entire unit, that's advancing toward the north, and that forward speed is at 25 miles an hour right now. So for communities from Caxambas to Isles of Capri, here's some arrival times for this band of pretty heavy rain that could accompany some gusty winds as it moves in from the Gulf of Mexico. Caxambas by 12:20, that's in less than 6 minutes from right now. Areas of Marco Island by 12:24, Goodland by 12:27, Dismal Key by 12:30, and Isles of Capri closer to 12:31. Again, as this band of some heavier areas of rain along with some gusty winds continues to advance and then slide into areas of southern Collier County. We still have a lot of cloud cover outside thanks to a front that's helping to bring some rain and some clouds to the area. That's also cooling things off a little bit with temperatures right now at the International Airport in Fort Myers at 73 degrees. Now, obviously, the radar picture is a lot quieter than it was earlier today, as we're really not seeing much of anything in the way of shower activity. We did, as you recall, have some showers and downpours out here earlier today out ahead of the actual front. So for tonight, as we hold on to some cloud cover, that front just kind of falls apart right over top of us. We don't see a big drop in temperature tonight. Lows are looking to fall back to around 62 tonight in Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, 64 in Fort Myers, 65 in the Cape, and a similar temperature profile tonight for areas like Naples and Marco Island. Like I mentioned before, today's front, it's kind of a weak one, as we don't really see much in anything in the way of a temperature drop. But there's another cold front coming toward like the midweek time frame, and that one is a lot stronger, and we have a better chance for some rain when it gets here, and also a much better opportunity for seeing those temperatures kind of tick downward as it moves away from us. Now, in terms of timing, this is how things look early on Wednesday. Pay attention to what happens over the water on Wednesday, because at least during the daytime hours, most of the showers and thunderstorms of this next cold front should be over top of the Gulf. But as we get toward late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, that's when we have our best opportunity for some rain from cold front number 2, and then we see a nice drop in temperature as we get toward Thursday and Friday. So the way things shake out right now, temperature-wise, is highs only top out in the low and mid-70s on Thursday and Friday, with at least a few nights of temperatures dropping back into the upper 40s and low 50s. Back to you. The next one that's actually visible in the United States, we may have cloud cover issues once again, because it happens during the month of April, and it's areas of the Great Lakes that have the best viewing of it. So as you know, the weather can be kind of fickle in the Great Lakes in April, so we shall see. But if you're curious as to what exactly causes this absolutely incredible phenomenon, it's basically when the moon just happens to find itself directly between the sun and the earth. And when that happens, the moon casts this giant shadow on the earth. Now, obviously, the whole earth doesn't go inside the shadow. Typically, it's only a very small sliver of the earth. And with the total eclipse that happened today, the only areas that were able to actually see things kind of go dark like they did in Chile was here across the very southern tier of South America. It was inside this orange shaded area where that total eclipse path of totality was observed. So some areas over the Pacific, Chile, Argentina, and then across the Atlantic Ocean. Now, as I mentioned before, there is an opportunity for you to catch an upcoming total solar eclipse, but you'll have to drive and you'll have to pack your patience, because it does not happen until April 8th, 2024, but it will be visible in parts of Mexico, the United States, and Canada. And the prime viewing areas, like I mentioned before, will be areas of the Great Lakes. Cities like Indianapolis and Cleveland, Erie, and Buffalo will have a great opportunity to see a total solar eclipse, because that's the path of totality for this upcoming total solar eclipse in 2024. We won't see it here in South Florida, so if you want to see it for yourself, you'll have to take a drive, but make your hotel reservations early, because when this happens, typically the hotels inside the path of totality can book up months and months in advance. So check it out. But remember, the weather can be kind of gross sometimes in the spring, like in April in the Great Lakes. So cloud cover could certainly be an issue, but something, of course, we can't get a good grasp on until we get a lot closer to the actual date of that happening.